This time we will discuss something about isekai with a romantic touch, where the main character gets powerful after being transferred to another world and meets his crush to grow into the strongest hero who surprises everyone. The video contains a little bit of spoilers about the anime because we explain according to the topic we are reviewing. So if you're going for a ride, grab your popcorn and buckle up. Keeping watching this video and stay awesome. Let's go! This new Isekai Romance has a unique adventure fantasy concept where the main character of this anime gets full power by collecting wedding rings spread across 5 kingdoms. He must also perform a marriage-like bond like the first Ring King and seal the King of the Abyss, who has now risen to spread throughout the world. Sato Haruto was secretly in love with his childhood friend for 10 years, but now he will express his feelings to Hime when the summer festival ended. But he had to accept lousy luck when Hime said goodbye to return to the place of origin in another world to perform a predestined marriage. Unable to accept her disappearance, Sato follows her to the teleportation circle, where she reveals her true name, Crystal, the second princess of the Nokonataka kingdom. At the same time, this ceremony must be cancelled by an abyssal demon seeking to assassinate Crystal. Crystal suddenly chose Sato as her husband and was bestowed the Ring of Light to him. Destined to be a hero, the requirement to Sato must marry the other ring princesses, which creates a complicated situation where Crystal is jealous and does not like it. On the other hand, she has to be firm as the princess of the Kingdom of Light to create a sense of world peace. This isekai anime with comedic elements, which revolves around 2 characters who start off contradicting each other, but in the end, they are bound by an unexpected romance. The demon Masatora Akutsu came to Earth to recruit charismatic humans to bolster the ranks and recover the demon's army, which was deteriorating after heaven and hell were warfare. As well as wanting to improve the morale of demons, who are notoriously gluttony and lazy creatures, Akutsu tries hard to seek human sympathy by disguising himself as an innocent high school student. One day, Akutsu is fascinated by his classmate Lily Amane because of his short, cute, and great personality. When something unpredictable happens, Amani reveals herself as an undercover angel who works for heaven, and being ruthless figure who came to Earth to purify the demons roaming the human world. The Arc Nemesis fight is won easily by Amane, but she cunningly plans to consciously use Akutsu to become her slave by attaching a magical necklace that forces him to obey all her commands. Meanwhile, Akutsu seeks to escape the shackles of sadistic girl, where Amane wants to subvert his mission to reform hell. The story follows a boy named Arita Haruyuki, who is constantly bullied at school due to his lousy appearance and finds solace in the virtual world and becoming one of the best players with Pink Pig Avatar. But one day, she may come to change everything about him. Haruyuki is approached by a popular girl named Kuroyuki Hime, who introduces him about Brainburst program. He suddenly becomes the Burst Linker, and it creates a dual avatar named Silver Crow. Later on in the course of the plot, he decides to work as a partner with Kuroyuki Hime to reach level 10 and meet the person who created the game. They will uncover the dark side of the mysteries surrounding about the accelerated world and defeat the legions of the 6 kings of pure color. The two were so close that she even promised to stay by Haruyuki's side forever, despite the unexpected risks involved in Brainburst. Even though they showed romantic feelings for each other, they became serious during the battles against the enemy and were adept at analyzing the enemy's weaknesses information. With each other's support, they gradually help each other heal from their respective mental scars and past traumas. Unlike most other isekai anime concepts where the goal is to kill the demon lord, the main character plays an assassin and must kill the hero that caused the destruction of the world. On the journey, Lug Tuatha is accompanied by his harem squad, each of whom has unique abilities used as assassination assistants. Lug can be a little dense regarding women's feelings towards him, but he only has feelings for one girl. She is Dia Viacone, Lug's main love interest throughout the series, and is currently engaged to him. As a master assassin from his previous world, he failed in his final mission as the world's greatest assassin. Due to betrayal by his organization, someone entraps him in a premeditated murder on a hijacked plane. The goddess summoned his soul and told him he would be reincarnated in another world to assassinate the hero with a new life or retain his memories and knowledge. Lug can upgrade the modern assassination tools to improve their power for greater killing efficiency. He also learns new assassination techniques, far different from the cold-blooded and unsympathetic killing style of his previous life, under the guidance of his father. This is an isekai romance anime with a unique reincarnation concept where the main character gains multi-talented abilities such as a merchant, maid, herbalist, and explorer to fighting abilities from hunters and warriors. She learned all of this by surviving after being reincarnated 7 times. Due to repeated bad luck, Rise Imgard-Wurzner always dies at the age of 20 due to war, and always wakes up 5 years earlier on the night of her failed engagement with Prince Dietrich. For her 7th time loop, she decided to live a quiet and easy life of laziness, but soon met Arnold, who killed her in her 6th time loop, when Rise was masquerading as a male knight. Appearing confidently, and thanks to her various jobs in multiple repeats, Rise caught the attention of Prince Arnold of the Galkine Kingdom, and he surprisingly proposed marriage to her. Exasperated with everything in her previous life to be a good life being made futile by the war between the kingdoms, Rise will change their destiny by taking advantage of Arnold before he transforms into a cold-blooded killer. A teenage boy with silver hair and a red scarf named Suigen Riku attends the prestige school known as Shinryu Private Academy. He appears indifferent to the people and things around him. In fact, he is very poor and has to work many part-time jobs just to handle financially for his tuition. One day, Riku had an occupational accident after trying to help a drowning cat in the swimming pool, and without thinking jumped to help the kitten. Luckily, he was saved by a beautiful girl named Rei Riku. He didn't know that her identity was the daughter of the game developer who created his favorite game and the online girlfriends in the Dungeon Century. He is heartbroken to know that his adventures with her will come to an end when it is announced that the game will be shut down. After that, he finds out that the online girl and Rei Riku are the same person, which emphasizes their connection, and delves into the secrets of the game while uncovering his past. Displayed all incoming notifications, he receives a new game to replace Dungeon Century called Gravebuster. At the same time, Rei is suddenly kidnapped by a mysterious organization who connected with Gravebuster. This forces Riku to embark on a journey into the challenging realms of a pay-to-win game in a desperate attempt to save her. No Game No Life Zero is an anime movie that is the starting point for world building in the No Game No Life anime series, along with the rules that apply where everything will determined by the game called Disboard. That's a tale from 6,000 years ago. They start from the never-ending Great War, which aims to get the title of One True God. Riku is an angry young warrior who intends to save humanity because of their lack of magic and weak bodies. That makes them easy targets for the warring Exceed, 16 species of living beings from various races, which will leave humans on the brink of extinction. Armed with a solid determination to believe in a better tomorrow, Riku finds a strong female ex-machina, whom he names Shui, in an abandoned fairy city. With the hope of returning to mankind, Riku and Shui form a partnership to live together against all odds and establish peace across the Disboard. If you are an isekai enthusiast, this pioneering anime-themed virtual reality online game is undoubtedly familiar to you. Starting from the development of Nerve Gear, which makes players feel and control the characters in their game with their minds. This technological advancement was utilized unwisely by the creator of a high-level virtual reality game called Sword Art Online. The creator deliberately trapped thousands of players in the game by removing the logout button. The idyllic fantasy is quickly transformed into a brutal nightmare, because every death in the game becomes permanent, or forcibly removing the Nerve Gear out of game will suffer instant death in real life. This life or death situation creates a unique backdrop for the romance between Kirito and Asuna to unfold. Their relationship evolves from an initial partnership for survival to beat all of Aincrad's 100 increasingly tricky levels and destroy the dark cult as the only way out of the nightmare world. Angel Beats is one of the most heartbreaking anime, blending elements of isekai romance and discovering the unsettling truth of the afterlife. They are taking the form of a high school. This stranger dimension between life and death is designated to shelter those who died unwanted deaths. The story follows Yuzuru Otonashi, a boy with amnesia who joined the afterlife battle frontier, which rebels against an unseen god for their unfair circumstances. Their target is to defeat part of God's associates, one of which is Student Council President Kanade Tachibana. She has special supernatural powers, and they believe she is an angel. However, questioning the morality behind their actions, Otonashi goes behind enemy lines to try to understand the other side of their destined relationship. It's a dramatic turnaround, deeper storyline, where Otonashi gets the remainder of his memories back while facing Kanade. Knowing the afterlife's true purpose, Otonashi reveals to Kanade that he has fallen in love with her and wants them to remain in the afterlife to help others move on. They eventually team up to fight a mysterious entity that attacks residents of the afterlife by negating their existence. This insane isekai anime is 24 years old and might accompany your childhood on television, where at that time, the spectacle of anime was limited, and it's not as much as we watch now. After I explored this, it was one of the pioneers of isekai in the 90s, which was combined with an interesting romantic story. Following Kage Higurashi, a modern-day high school girl who inadvertently finds herself transported to the Sengoku period of Japan through a mysterious well by being dragged into the enshrined Bone-Eater well. In this era, she encounters a half-demon named Inuyasha, who is bound to a sacred tree by a magical arrow. At the start, Inuyasha hated Kagome because she looked so much like Kikyu, the shrine maiden who had sealed him away. The plot unfolds as Kagome releases Inuyasha's sealed, setting off a series of adventures as they embark on a quest to retrieve the shattered shards of the powerful Shikon Jewel, a small sphere holding extraordinary power, into pieces and scattered across the land. Fearing the disastrous consequences of this supernatural accident, they set out on a challenging quest to recover the shards of the Shikon Jewel before they fall into the wrong hands. If you like top anime like this, please subscribe and don't forget to give us likes or comments regarding the discussion of Isekai Romance with overpowered main characters that may be outside this list. Have a great day everyone, and don't forget to smile to light the world. I'm signing out, and peace.